Hello everybody, it's ShadowSlayerX and we're back playing Scrolls. So, as you see, it didn't take me too long, got 6,500 here, and we're going to go to the store and we're going to explore the new deck, the Decay pre-constructed deck. Gonna hit buy, use gold. The deck has been added to your collection and can be viewed in the deck builder, and that's what we're going to do. So I think this episode's going to be short and sweet, and we're just going to check out the new deck. Alright, so let's load a deck. Decay, pre-constructed. Okay. 15 creatures, 6 structures, 7 spells, 22 enchantments for a grand total of 50 cards. So let's go alphabetically? Sure. Alright, so it looks like there are triples and doubles of a lot of cards, and then I'm gonna guess the really good ones I only have singles of. Alright, so let's start with this one. Cost 1, Arthritis. Each time enchanted unit deals damage, it also deals 1 damage to itself. Huh. Okay. So obviously this is one that you would use on your opponent, or if there are any like guys in our deck who get bonuses from dying or getting hurt or whatever. Alright, so that's pretty awesome. That would work really well against most of the decks. Like especially against, like, just up here you can see Cannon Automaton and some of the other really annoying ones. Alright, Atrophy. Now I've seen this one used against me. Target's unit attack is decreased by 5 until the end of your opponent's next turn. So good, and it only costs 1. You start with 3, which is awesome. Bitterroot. When Bitterroot is attacked in melee, attacking unit becomes poisoned for 3 rounds. Now this only has 2 health, with no attack obviously, but this one's pretty darn good. And we get 2 of them in the deck. Curse Mage. It's a human creature, costs 4, has 3 attack, 2 countdown, and a health of 4. It does come with ranged attack, so it avoids spiky. When countdown is 0, Cursemonger may increase its countdown by 2 to give target unit Curse 2. Now, for those who don't know, Curse 2, I think it is whenever a unit takes damage, it takes 2 extra damage, I think, is what Curse 2 is. Not 100% on that, but I think that's what that is. Damning Curse. Destroy target creature. Units you control are dealt 1 damage. I've seen this once cast on like turn 2 when I had like 2 guys out. Also good if you get like if you're board board cleared, board wiped or whatever. Just use this to take out their strongest one, start summoning your guys again. It's Damning Curse, and this is Draining Mist. All opponents' units with countdown 1 or less have their countdown increased by 2. That's pretty awesome. Like, I could have seen this card potentially being just like all units, but this is all opponent units for 3. That's pretty darn good. Okay, Grizzly Graft. Enchant creature you control. When Grizzly Graft comes into play, sacrifice adjacent creatures. Enchanted creature gains attack and health equal to the number of creatures sacrificed. Okay, I never saw this one, or I don't think I did, but that's awesome. It's so awesome. Hex Marks. I've seen this one. When enchanted creature damages an idol, it deals 3 extra damage. Pretty good. Husk. Now, I've seen, there's another guy in here I think who summons husks, but they're pretty good for 3, 3, 2. The thing that sucks is the countdown there, but there, like I said, there is something that can summon them, so, and we get, where are we here? We get 2 of those in the deck. Alright, the Meyer Rot Eater. Whenever a creature adjacent Meyer Rot Eater dies, the Eater gains 1 attack and 1 health. Now I've seen this thing get up to really high damage. I've seen it do it at 9 damage. It's crazy. The Ilmire Witch Doctor. Ranged attack. 5/2/5. That's awesome. But it costs 6, so it's a little more pricier than... I guess it's the same as the Cannon Automaton. When human creature adjacent to Ilmire Witch Doctor is destroyed, an undead husk, there we go, is summoned in its place. This one I've seen like at the very back, just surrounded by human creatures, and they're just dying, and then all these husks, and the guy would move the husks forward and then summon more humans behind it. It was pretty good, but he is susceptible to like poison and a lot of spell damage, so. Okay. Next is an infected Gravelock. Now if you don't remember, Gravelocks are in energy and forest? I can't remember. Growth, not forest. That's magic. Growth. Infected Gravelock attacks a creature that creature gets poisoned for 3 rounds. Infected Gravelock has move 0. So, as far as I know, you put this thing down, you can't move. Alright, next. Infectious Blight. Costs 4. Enchanted creatures dealt 1 poison damage at the beginning of each round. If enchanted unit is killed by poison damage, a random creature on the same side gets Infectious Blight. I think this one's been used against me. It's really good if, like, there are creatures like the Jarl that needs other creatures around it, so yeah. Alright, what's next? The Lifestealer. Now there's only one of these. 4/5. When Lifestealer attacks and destroys a unit, it's fully healed. This would be great to buff. So like if you maybe mixed growth with this deck and got some of the like Bear Paws or Champion Rings, probably the Bear Paws would be really good with this guy. Move down. The Loyal Darkling. When countdown is 0, Loyal Darkling can sacrifice itself. When Loyal Darkling is destroyed, it deals 2 damage to your opponent's idol on the same row. Not bad. Because this part right here, the sacrifice thing, just sets off this. This thing is here regardless if it dies by being attacked or anything, so good to know. And we only have one of those. Mangy Rat. When Mangy Rat attacks a creature, that creature gets poisoned for 3 rounds. Pretty awesome, and we get 2 of those. Now I think there's another card that summons these. I think I saw. The Miasma Well. All poison damage is increased by 1. Do not drink. I've seen this. This thing's pretty good too. Because it goes well with this. Meyer Curse. Enchanted unit deals 1 poison damage to an adjacent creature, or to adjacent creatures at the beginning of each of his turns. And you get 2 of those. Meyer Shambler. I think there's something that summons these too. Before attacking, the Meyer Shambler moves to a random adjacent tile. Completely unreliable, but it only cost 1, so it's not that bad. The Oblivion Seeker. Costs 5, 2, 2, 3. It's a ranged attacker, and when it's destroyed, you draw 2 scrolls. So I guess that heavy cost is good for drawing 2 scrolls, but it sucks if you get that like right away. Okay, but there's only one of those in the deck. Pestis. I think that's how you say that. Enchanted creature gains 1 attack for each rat you control. When an enchanted creature kills another unit, summon Mangy Rat on a random tile. There you go. See, it's like, I know this deck. I've played it. I actually played a really good match against a person. It lasted like 30 rounds and I should have recorded it, but I actually beat it with the staple Windfolk Jarl, Sisters of the Windfolk Jarl deck or whatever. I was very surprised because he was just obliterating me at the beginning. Alright. The Pillar of Disease. It's a structure wall. 0, 4. Opponent's units on the same row as Pillar of Disease have attack decreased by 1. Awesome. Get 2 of those. The Pillar of Fatigue. Another structure. 0 and 3. Whenever a creature moves, its countdown is raised by 1. Now this affects everybody. The guy tried to use this against me before. But I was just overwhelming him and blocking with walls and stuff to his stuff. Alright. After Pillar Fatigue we have Regeneration. Target unit gains 2 health. When Regeneration comes into play, enchanted unit's controller's idol on that row is dealt 1 damage. Okay, so it's a health buff. And there's 3 of them. Searing Shackles. At the end of the owner's turn, enchanted unit deals 1 damage to the idol on the same row. Enchanted unit is dealt 2 damage when it moves. So you could pair that with your infected Gravelock. Right? because it can't move. At the end of the owner's turn. So I'm assuming that would happen over and over again. Well, we have the deck, so we'll be able to test all these things out. The Shroud of Unlife. Ooh, it only cost 1. When enchanted creature is destroyed, an undead husk is sown in its place. So that's kind of like the Illthorn Seed for the growth deck. Alright, Soul Scrounger. It's an enchantment of 3 cost. When a creature is destroyed, enchanted unit's countdown is decreased by 1. Oh. Oh, that pairs well with... Oh. And it's a creature it doesn't come with the deck, but I saw a guy and it's like an 8/5, I think, and its countdown's 3, but the countdown only goes down when a creature's destroyed. So this would work really well with that because it would go down by 2 each time. Wicked Being. When enchanted unit is attacked instantly, attacker gets curse 1. Huh. Well, I'll be. Alright, well, that is the Decay deck. And I will be, I don't know if I'll, let's go back to the store here. The Meyer Hunter. Look at this one, 225, huh? That one looks pretty good. The Meyer Witch Doctor. Oh, we got one of those. Shroud of Unlife, Husk, Soul Scrounger. Yeah, we got all of them. Alright. So I guess we'd still want scroll packs, but because we have 3 out of 4 decks. I mean, like, sold out. Yikes. Yeah, order pre-constructed. I'm not too worried about that. I think if I really want it, I'll just buy some shards. And because how much are shards? 20 bucks for 3,000, 1350 for 10, 600 for 5. It's not bad. Maybe. We'll see. Not the richest guy in the world. Alright, well, as I said, that was the Decay deck, and I'm definitely going to start using it, so look forward to that maybe in the next... Maybe I'll do a medium match just to show it off, maybe, and then head straight back into the trials. I think that's a good way to do it, because the next trial we have is Feeling Fragile. That's a medium one, and we don't have too many medium ones left before we get into hard, so... And for all I know, we're gonna stop at medium, because if we can't beat any of the hard ones, I mean... I guess it's time to go against people. Also, I just got my friend this game, so I'm gonna have someone to play with, and I'm gonna see if he doesn't mind being recorded. So, with that, I've been ShadowSlayerX, and I'll see you next time.